Hello and welcome to this Warcraft series. This is going to be the final game of this best of 3 here from the Faith Cup. Uh, that is not the right overlay. Again, I guess I forgot about it, honestly. I mean, a couple of things happened yesterday, but yeah, obviously can't tell because I'm casting all these 3 games at once, but yeah, after I casted game 2, I went for dinner and then the power cut. Mainly because it was raining heavily and it was very windy and I don't know, something happened. So the whole neighborhood got a blackout and yeah, that meant I couldn't upload, I couldn't cast game 3. So yeah, I probably won't be able to get another series down before my surgery tomorrow, so and we'll just make do with what we have here. This is going to be the final game, as I said before. Lawliet able to equalize the series, and it's finally down to Ancient Isles. WFZ spawning in as the teal undead player in the top left. He is going for just the standard start here. I say standard start, but it seems like, I don't know, maybe something's weird, I don't know. But yeah, Demon Hunter first for Lawliet, who is spawning in as the pink Night Elf in the bottom right. He is going Ancient of War start here, and yeah, it seems like both players just playing pretty much how they played in the past 2 games. Mainly because of that that downtime between game 2 and now. I can't really remember game 2 all that well. I think it all just came down to early game mishaps. I think that's been pretty much the name of the series. Like in game 1, I do remember game 1 distinctively. Lawliet losing the Ancient of War early on kind of couldn't match with the early ghoul aggression from WFZ. I can't really remember game 2 all that well. I think it was just the standard Night Elf undead, just shenanigans and all that, and yeah, I really can't remember if there was anything major that just tip the scales over to one player or the other. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyway, Ogre Magi should be cleared out very soon, and the item, I mean, pray for Circlet, pray for Claws. It is going to be a rain protection though, so probably the second worst item. I would say the Cloak of Shadows is the worst item, in my opinion. Demon Hunter is just a wheeze way away from level 2, and he should be able to get it with this green creep camp. The Wisp actually survives thanks to the moon wall there, and level 2 has been gained for the Demon Hunter. Not going to mean too much pushing away this Death Knight since he did start Unholy Aura. Most players tend to not mana burn the hero that starts out with an aura first, mainly because you'd rather not waste Moonwall mana on restoring your Demon Hunter's mana, because you can't really control that sort of thing. And here comes with the mass ghouls here. The Ancient of War is alive, so it can pump out those archers, but yeah, the Moonwalls are kind of in trouble maybe. Level 2 Demon Hunter, and we do see some misprocs there, so Evasion has been learned up as the second ability. Needs to be a little careful there since he doesn't have Immolate. He can't really deal with a ghoul surround if he actually, does get surrounded. Moonwalls are the main target here. The Wisps are being pulled over to try and keep this thing alive. Ghouls, yeah, not enough ghouls for WFZ in fact, and that will be a failed attempt. Best case scenario will be that he doesn't lose any ghouls in the process, but Demon Hunter is pretty fast, but a nice pathing there from the ghoul in the back, preventing the Demon Hunter from chasing that low hit point ghoul. And yeah, so far so good for probably Lawliet. WFZ didn't lose anything, but he of course he had to spend some time actually attacking, doing a bit of damage to the Death Knight, going after the Wisp right now. But yeah, it's kind of hard to actually get a finishing blow without the Death Coil, because the Wisp has so much time to just detonate itself. Death Knight only has a single, I guess that's an archer's worth of experience there. Are we gonna have a second hero coming out for Lawliet? He is not tier 2 just yet, but we get an almost surround. Oh, do we have a surround? No we do not. Okay, very close on that surround there. I think WFZ moved out a little bit to try and recreate that circle or square, but yeah, during that time the Demon Hunter was able to squeeze out. So the Naga Sea Witch comes out as the second hero of WFZ. Something we did see in game 2, I do remember that. This is mainly to keep the Demon Hunter or whatever sort of unit that gets Frost Arrowed in place long enough for either a ghoul surround or just constant damage being put on you. Demon Hunter does have Boots of Speed. He did sell his ring a while ago, and oh, very very close. But yeah, even with the Frost Arrows there, it is kind of difficult to get that going. We have a Naga Sea Witch for Lawliet as well, so there's going to be some counter aggression most likely. Yeah, there are no Huntresses for Lawliet as far as I know, so the Naga Sea Witch for Lawliet is probably just for the Demon Hunter himself. It is kind of weird that we're finally seeing a Naga come out rather than the Panda. I think the Panda did a lot of work. Okay, now I do remember. The Panda hit level 5 and devastating level 3 Breath of Fires did too much damage. That is what I remember now. So yeah, seeing that not coming out for game 3 is kind of interesting. At the same time, it's not as big of a map as Twisted Meadows, so it is understandable. The WC cap is being done by the Death Knight and the Naga Sea Witch for WFZ. Demon Hunter is trying to be a pest. He can steal a couple of those Wardens there. Actually, not anymore since the Warden just used his remaining mana there. And Demon Hunter's taking a lot for this. I mean, the Death Knight's not level 2 just yet, so he can't... Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate timing there. He could have definitely either forced a TP scroll or he could have luckily got a kill there, but the Overseer was still being done by those ghouls, and yeah, Lawliet is extremely lucky on that part. Goldmine over here has been cleared out. I honestly thought they were doing the Troll Warlord camp while WC was doing the Overseer camp, but I guess I was mistaken. They were doing the Goldmine. Troll Warlord is going to get taken out fairly easily, and that should be an Ankh of Reincarnation for the Death Knight. Could be given over to the Naga Sea Witch as well, since she is probably more prone to getting focus fired by the Demon Hunter than the DK. The Merchant camp being cleared out, and we have the Tree of Life being placed down for Lawliet. So, always nice to have the economic advantage. We did see that WFZ tried to expand as well, and I mistakenly, or at least foolishly, missed out on the Sappers finishing that expansion off, so yeah. Death Coil able to heal up the Ghoul. We do have a Sack Pit, so that probably means we're gonna see some Frost Worms again. WFZ has shown to control Frost Worms pretty well. It's just unfortunate that the Panda reached level 5 as it did. So as you can see here, WFZ just finished tier 3. He is going to place down a Boneyard, and yeah, he made his big purchases. Destroyer form should be done, which it is right now, and the Lich is out with the Orb of Corruption. Okay, a little risky engaging a fight here with just a couple of Dryads and Archers for Lawliet. He is... Ooh, is he gonna have to concede this? I don't know. There's not that many Crypt Fiends and only one Obsidian statue so far, so will WFZ be able to out-sustain his opponent while at the same time trying to destroy this Tree of Life? We shall see. Bear number 1 comes out. Destroyer form is available if WFZ wants to get rid of that buff right now, but it's just going to be used as a healer and mana regenerator. Bear does get killed off with a Death Coil. I'm not sure if Frost Nova was pulled over there, but Yep, the first bear does die. The second bear might be able to follow suit. Frost Nova comes down to finish the job, and the Lich is going to be chased down by the Demon Hunter, is going to be death coiled back to relatively full health. But yeah, the Demon Hunter with Invulnerability Potion is going to keep chase most likely. No, he is going to burn that TP scroll as soon as Invulnerability ends, and that is going to be a lot of units being killed for Lawliet. That is bad. Really, really bad. Army supply of 50 for WFZ and 32 for Lawliet, I'm assuming. This expansion probably is going to get taken down. And yeah, Lawliet can't really do anything about it. 15 supply advantage is just not something you should be throwing the game over for, and the first Froststorm is coming out. I see which has +6 close attack and the Circlet. I'm surprised that hasn't been given over to the Lich, but then again the Naga is also a ranged hero as well, so she can always do extra damage as well. There we go there. Ancient of Wonders gets taken out. That actually gives level 3 over to the Death Knight, so level 2 Death Coil should be able to heal most of these units back to full health, except for the Obsidian statues. Ancient of Wonders is going to be replaced. More Dryads are being pumped, most likely to answer the inevitable Frostworms. I don't think we've seen a Shade out for WFZ, which is interesting. But yeah, he is... Oh, he does... Wait. Oh, never mind. Okay, that was just the 5th Acolyte. He is going into low upkeep, however, so... second Froststorm is in the makings. Okay, 1 Destroyer, 1 Froststorm in the air. 4 Dryads to try and deal with this air threat, and just a single Crypt Fiend to deal with the Dryads. The Ghouls will be pretty much preoccupied by the Bears most likely, unless the Tri-Heroes of the Undead player will be able to burst them with a nice magic combo. And level 2 for the Lich, that is probably going to be Dark Ritual, but there's not many units to Dark Ritual themselves, aside from the Ghouls, and yikes, you can see the Bears are being absolutely burnt by that Froststorm. I know that seems a little weird, that ice burns, but basically the health bars are melting and Mineral is being sucked dry by the Demon Hunter. That will be a level 3 Demon Hunter being killed off there, and I don't know, this is kind of rough for Lawliet, and that is going to be GG. So WFZ goes through to goes to the winner's bracket, and he will be facing off against Elegant, I believe. So another Night Elf player there. It's pretty much been WFZ and then 3 Night Elf players in Group A. So I will try to find some time to cast that after my surgery. But yep, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys again next time. Take care.